There have been hundreds of unsolved mysteries throughout history. But if you were to ask me which case made me shudder the most, it would undoubtedly be this one. Nearly a quarter of a century has passed, but the murder of Diao AiQing still remains unsolved. The perpetrator of this heinous crime remains a major question mark for the authorities in Nanjing, China. On the morning of January 19th, after a heavy snowfall, in a small alleyway, a female sanitation worker discovered a black nylon bag full of minced meat in a trash bin. At first, she simply thought it was forgotten pork meat and intended to take it home to clean. However, upon further inspection, she found 3 human fingers in the bag and immediately reported it to the police. Diao AiQing was born in March 1976, hailing from Yangzhou, Jiangsu. She studied information management at Nanjing University and lived in the university dormitory. In September 1995, after participating in the university entrance exam for the second time, she was admitted to Nanjing University. In the memory of her classmates, Tan was tall, with short hair, a husky voice, and quite humorous. On January 7, 1996, Diao AiQing attended the birthday party of her high school best friend in Guangyan and also studied at Nanjing University. On January 9th, the day before she went missing, she skipped classes and spent the entire day hanging out with fellow villagers, returning late at night. On January 10th, 1996, a student violated the dormitory regulations by using an electric cooker and was disciplined. As the dormitory leader, Tan was also reprimanded for this incident. Despite preparing for bed, due to her bad mood, Tan took a solitary stroll around the university campus. Tan was last seen at Nanjing University's Tan Island campus, wearing a common red jacket designed for women. 9 days after the incident, on January 19th, following a heavy snowfall, while cleaning up, a woman found a black bag on Chinatown, Nanjing, China. Thinking it was someone's discarded pork, she took it home. However, while cleaning it, she nearly fainted upon discovering 3 human fingers inside. Sobbing, she immediately called the police. A team of investigators promptly arrived at her house. Identifying it as a serious dismemberment murder case, the investigative authorities mobilized all forces to search along Chinatown for new clues. The remaining parts of the body were found at the construction site and several nearby areas near the initial discovery of the body bag. All were wrapped in black nylon bags. The police also urged the public to report recent missing persons to identify this unfortunate victim. Through screening and analysis, the authorities confirmed that the body belonged to Diao AiQing. Her body had been dismembered into many fragments. Her head and limbs were severed, and her fingers were pulled out of their joints. The internal organs were intact but showed signs of boiling water exposure. The flesh was separated from the bones, cut into over 2,000 pieces, and arranged in an orderly manner in black plastic bags. The intestines were also neatly packed at the bottom of the bags. Specifically, in the first black garbage bag discovered on January 19, 1996, at the garbage dump in Daijiangan Alley. On the same day, another garbage bag was found at the construction site on Chinatown and 2 travel bags at the garbage dump in Xiaopankio Alley. The next day, at the Nanjing University Hospital area, another bag was found. At the secondary entrance of Nanjing University, there was a 7.5 kilograms blue buffalo leather backpack, and at the school's gymnasium, there was a 0.6 kilograms black bag. From January 21st to 31st, 1996, various body parts continued to be discovered at multiple locations. According to the information available, specifically at accurately identified locations, the total weight of Diao AiQing's body parts was approximately 30.6 kilograms. If we include the scattered body parts found, the weight would be around just under 32 kilograms. Realizing the severity of the case and the cruelty, the the deviance in the perpetrator's actions, the Jiangsu Police Bureau mobilized a large number of their most capable assistants to aid in the investigation. However, at that time, surveillance cameras were not as commonly used as they are today, making it extremely difficult to pinpoint the criminals. The investigative agency determined that Diao AiQing was a first-year student, with few relationships, so her contacts could only be acquaintances with a certain level of cultural education and specific knowledge of anatomy. A series of questions arose, leaving the investigative agency puzzled. What was the motive behind this crime? Was the girl sexually assaulted? Did the perpetrator have deviant thoughts and a desire for anatomical exploration? During the examination of the body parts, many forensic doctors were horrified by the precise cuts, with each piece of flesh measuring equally as if meticulously counted. The investigative agency concluded that the dismemberment indicated the perpetrator's firm and different mindset from ordinary people. Therefore, those who were doctors, morgue attendants, medical professors, and medical students were the first to be investigated. However, the police did not obtain any leads. The case became even more perplexing as Diao AiQing was a very ordinary girl with no grudges or romantic conflicts with anyone. The investigation reached a deadlock, despite identifying several suspects, none of whom were the actual perpetrator. Subsequently, the police focused their investigation on Nanjing University, predicting the likely crime scene, and proceeded to investigate. All Nanjing University students were summoned for questioning, but none showed signs of being the perpetrator. The investigative team also arrested many suspicious individuals, but they were all cleared, leading to rumors spreading about the case. There was a hypothesis that Diao AiQing was murdered by a group of organ traffickers, but this theory was quickly debunked as no one would go to the effort of cutting each piece of flesh just to extract organs. After 3 months, the investigation reached a dead end as no further clues related to the perpetrator were found. The case was perplexing as Diao AiQing was a very ordinary girl with no grudges or romantic conflicts with anyone. Over a decade passed, and the police continued their investigation. Especially in recent years, criminal investigation technology has developed, and DNA techniques have been applied to crime solving. In 2008, the Nanjing police collected blood samples from Diao AiQing's father in hopes of making a breakthrough in the case. Unfortunately, the face of the perpetrator remained shrouded in mystery. Furthermore, on June 19, 2008, an account named Hey Di Ta with the content "A Little Idea About the Nanjing Case" was posted on social media and quickly attracted attention from many readers. The author of the post described the appearance, personality, motives, and methods of the killer in a meticulous and persuasive manner. Many believe that Hey Di Ta was connected to the case, even suggesting that he was the perpetrator boasting about his deeds. However, no one had any solid evidence to confirm this. Suddenly, on June 27, all posts related to the case were completely deleted by the forum administrator, citing police request as the reason. In 2011, a young man was arrested by the police for posting a detailed description of dissecting Diao AiQing's body as if he had experienced it himself. However, at the police station, the young man confessed that he had only imagined it to write a novel and was not the perpetrator of the crime because he was only 14 years old at the time. Over 2 decades have passed, and the case of the murder of the Nanjing Normal University student remains stagnant. The police have not found any further clues. Usually, cases where the perpetrator remains unidentified for over 20 years are closed. However, the case of Diao AiQing, with its particularly sinister and twisted nature, continues to be actively investigated. Currently, the killer remains at large outside the bounds of the law, while the case gradually fades into obscurity. So, do any of you have any guesses about who the perpetrator might be? Feel free to leave your opinions in the comments below.